Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Louise Huber begins now.
Good evening, everyone. We're now just over an hour away from the finale to one of the most fascinating AFL seasons ever staged. While big gatherings are banned, Tasmanians are flocking to backyards and bars in smaller groups to see Richmond take on Geelong.
The Tiger Army barracks is full of fierce barrackers.
They've got to start well. If they get jumped early, a lot of times this year we've been jumped early and found it hard.
From balloons above to leg warmers below, there's no doubt you're in Tiger territory here.
I don't get nervous until about bounce time.
And then what happens?
Yeah, I'll get pretty keyed up then.
Sitting in the Tigers streak,
Go Cats! Go Tigers!
a lone Cats fan, Callum, he'd look more at home in the Coetzee household.
We play the game as it should be played, at home or far away.
Their banners flying high from dawn to dark, cheering the boys from Cardinia Park.
Do you think you'll be able to stay awake for the end of the game?
Young Ava and Macy had little say in who their team would be. Cat's conversation has always been at the heart of Sam and Vanessa.
I think it was one of the first questions I asked her, actually. Who do you go for in football?
While Richmond really runs in the family for card-carrying clubman
Kevin Patrick Richmond. I went to St Patrick's College too.
You'll find born and bred fans like that at the state's sports bars. Sandy Bay's Dr. Syntax Hotel, always popular among punters, while Launceston's new Sports Garden Hotel timed its grand opening around the grand final.
The place we think looks fantastic. The feedback's been really good. This is going to be a big test today. We're going to see what everyone's thoughts are, and hopefully it stands up to what we think it can do.
One thing's for sure, all eyes will be on the screen. Tom Johnson, 7 Tasmanian News.
To the day's other news now, and hundreds of Aboriginal flags have been placed on the Clarence City Council lawns after a motion to fly the flag permanently outside the chambers was controversially voted down. The Mayor has doubled down, saying he always had intentions to fly the flag permanently despite voting down the motion.
One by one, these Aboriginal flags were planted in the grass outside the Clarence City Council chambers, the place where more than a week and a half ago the council voted down a motion to fly the flag permanently.
Having all of our little flags actually shows it's not that hard to fly the Aboriginal flag. We have about 500 to 600 very small Aboriginal flags here.
Many with messages written on the back. Mayor Doug Chipman today reading some and speaking with community members.
Will the flag fly all the time?
That's what the occasion will celebrate. We'll put the flag up permanently after NAIDOC week.
But that date isn't set in stone because he wants an official ceremony and a reconciliation plan to be finalised first, saying that's why he voted against the original motion.
I think that the motion before council that we discussed and was lost simply dealt with keeping the flag flying after NAIDOC week.
Beth Warren moved the motion.
If we're serious about moving towards reconciliation, then this is a very easy thing that we can do now, and I don't see why we should wait.
The community says actions speak louder than words, and while hundreds of flags are now scattered outside council, they want the Aboriginal flag flown on this flagpole sooner rather than later.
I think that the flag should be flown whenever. There doesn't need to be a ceremony for our flag. It is a part of who we are.
Sending a message loud and clear. Meg Sides, 7 Tasmania News.
A piece of land next to a major highway has been selected as the site for the new Lagana primary school. The state government has signed a deal to buy 7.2 hectares of land on the West Tamar Highway in partnership with the local council. Tenders for the project will be released next month. Thousands have flocked to the Salamanca Market today to get a small taste of the Hobart show, which was cancelled this year due to COVID. Packed with the usual stalls, families were also able to jump on rides and pat some very cute animals.
It's great fun to be here. It's really lovely for the children and for everybody really who's visiting to be able to get close to some animals.
So we've got lots of hand sanitizer available at every entry and exit. Got our Tommy Choo Choo's been cleaned down every time, and so are the teacups. We've got our safety angels here today as well, helping everyone out.
Council says it was great to see so many Tasmanians out supporting small stallholders. Back Back home now, and a warning for any loose sheep that are up to no good to be on the lookout for some help this weekend. Tasmania's best sheepdogs and handlers have gathered in Campbelltown with state titles on the line.
Man's best friend, his best farmhand as well.
They're my companions and I admire their guts and their bravery, but they are my work tools, if you like.
The Tasmanian Working Sheepdog State Championships, putting man and dog to the test this weekend.
Look, I've just run a young one. Actually, I picked him up on Gumtree, which is everyone's amusement. But and I think he will make it, but he's a bit green and he needs a bit of time out here, get some experience.
From the handler's perspective, you've got to have good control on your dog. Your dog's got to have a certain degree of natural ability, and you've got to be able to read your stock.
The sports herd is growing, with a number of new competitors taking part.
We've got the Encourage class, which is for new handlers, and I'm happy to say that we've got a number of new handlers competing this weekend.
This year's event attracting a bumper field of those who spend their days working in the field.
Yeah, look, I've been lucky. I've represented the state, I think, 5 times, and I've represented Australia twice, which is one of the proudest moments of my life. And I love the stockmanship. I'm a sheep man by nature. I've shepherded various parts of the world.
The championship finals will be held tomorrow afternoon. Josh Duggan, 7 Tasmanian News.
The 2020 Tasmanian Circuit Racing Championships is going out with a bang this weekend. A number of categories are still up for grabs, and with each racing 7 times, anything could happen in some frantic title fights.
Twice as much. So there's twice as many things that can go wrong. There's twice as much fuel that we need.
Symmons Plains is hosting the final round and celebrating its 60th anniversary this year. And in local soccer, South Hobart and Riverside Olympic have finished their NPL Tasmania seasons with a 1-1 draw. Riverside took the lead after just 14 minutes through Fletcher Fulton. South fighting back to draw level in the 25th minute. Both sides had their chance to win, but they ended up sharing the points. In this afternoon's other match, league champion Devonport thrashed Glenorchy 4-1 to finish its campaign undefeated.
Good evening, everyone. Launceston the state's top today, reaching 19 degrees, Devonport 18, Hobart a top of 17 and 16 in Burnie. Around the state, Friendly Beaches reaching 17 degrees, Flinders Island, Grove and Strawn all 15 and 14 in St Helens and King Island. Mid to high level cloud can be seen today around the northeast of the state due to an extensive rain band. Across Australia, an extensive band of cloud extends from Queensland into the Tasman Sea. Areas of convective cloud are present over the top end of the country, while the rest is relatively cloud-free. Tomorrow's chart shows surface troughs and low pressure systems influencing the northern, eastern and western coasts of Australia. Southwest to southeasterly winds tomorrow, 15 to 25 knots, reaching 30 knots about the east and northwest. And there is a strong wind warning current from Sandy Cape to Tasman Island. A frost warning is also current for the upper Derwent Valley district. 13 in Hobart and Richmond tomorrow, ooze reaching 14. Partly cloudy and 15 in Launceston and Devonport, 14 in Deloraine. Burnie and Strawn both reaching 14 tomorrow, partly cloudy and 13 in Currie. And in the east, 13 in St Helens, cloudy and 13 in Swansea and 15 in Whitemark. Looking on to Monday now, showers about the northeast and central areas. Showers about the east, central and southern areas on Tuesday, and similar weather occurring on Wednesday. Sunny in Perth tomorrow, 17 in Adelaide and Sydney, showers and 30 in Brisbane and 33 in Darwin. And currently Hobart 14 and mostly cloudy, Launceston partly cloudy and 16, and sunny and 14 in Devonport. And Lou, that is the grand final night's weather.
And what a weather it is. Thanks for that, Chelsea. And that's all your news for this Saturday. Thanks for joining us tonight. Have a safe evening and enjoy the footy. Good night.